Grand rising, my lovely kings and queens. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are healthy. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. So I'm here with yet another goddess and talk session, and today I'm really wanting us to talk about the dark feminine energy, the dark feminine era, which is something that Spirit is really leading us divine feminines to tap into. Okay, so oh my gosh, so I made a mistake here. I was meant to start with my color corrector. Okay, so that's what I usually start with because I have hyperpigmentation, right? So yeah, then I'll add the foundation and the works. So my beloveds, we are being called to tap into our dark feminine energy, which means we are no longer pygmicious. We no longer care what men think about us. We no longer care what anyone thinks about us. We're willing to be the villain, the bad girl. We're willing to be the bitch, so long as we get what we want and we get what we need, and we stop being a self-sacrificial lamb. Energetically, we're moving out of the complex or the energy of Yemaya, okay, which is the Great Mother, and we're really now tapping into also the Great Mother, but the younger version, which is Oshun. She's really what's facilitating this energetic change that's happening for us becoming more self-full, learning to love ourselves. She really embodies self-love, abundance, and all sweetness in this world, joy, passion, all those things, okay? And if you know the story of Oshun, you'll understand that she suffered a lot, and she always suffers when she's out of alignment, when she chooses to put other people on the pedestal, when she chooses to love and favor people more than she does herself. The story of her and Shango, how she ended up losing everything for that man, and he gave her dust and crust and moved on with his life, and she suffered and she lost so much. And the moment that she let go, the moment that she surrendered, and the moment she actually started to focus on herself and what was important for her, that's when the universe gave her back everything that was divinely hers. So as goddesses, we're now tapping into that energy. We're now in that era. We're now choosing ourselves, okay? And instead of us pointing names and labeling each other, giving us each other names and all that stuff, you know, calling each other pygmicious and this and that, we need to understand that we've been through trauma and show compassion and love to our fellow sisters, okay? A pygmia is simply just a woman who has been abandoned by her father. She's got a huge father wound. She felt neglected, and now she will choose and favor anything that has a man because she's secretly seeking that love from her father. A pygmia is just a wounded woman, a distorted feminine. She doesn't see her value, doesn't see her worth. She thinks it only exists through the validation of others, and especially the approval of a man. When she doesn't have a man in her life, she feels worthless, you know. So she lives her entire life to be the perfect girlfriend, the perfect wife, the most understanding partner, so that one day the man can reward her and see her for her value and all she is. And can I tell you something? That day never comes. That day never comes. So there is no reward in being the perfect wife, the perfect partner. There is no reward. There is no reward in being a self-sacrificial lamb. There is no reward in tolerating disrespect. There is no reward in having the ring in the end, but you're crying alone, wiping your tears with that ring, while that man still chooses himself every day and never sees you as valuable and never loves you the way that you are so desperate to be loved. And honestly, the love that you're seeking is your father's love, and you need to forgive him. You need to forgive him, you need to release him, and you need to start reparenting yourself. You need to start loving yourself the way that you wanted your father to love you, the way that you wanted that absent parent to be there for you. You need to be there for yourself, okay, my goddesses? And as much as they demonize the dark feminine, but she is just a woman that has suffered so much that she realized that she's never going to put anyone else before her ever again, and she's going to choose herself because she's already been through the fire, she's already been through hell, she's already been broken down, and she doesn't allow herself to be like that anymore ever again. She loves herself. The dark feminine loves herself. She chooses herself. She's self-full, or some can say selfish. She gets what she wants. She gets what she needs. She's unapologetic about it. She doesn't care what people label her as. She embraces her divinity. She embraces her sexuality. She honors her womb. She's connected to her womb. She's connected to her heart. She's connected to those that come before her and those that shall come after. She understands the God within her, the goddess within her. She is not a patriarchy princess. She doesn't exist for the male gaze. She exists for her own approval. We are re-establishing the matriarchy. The matriarchy has risen. The roles have been reversed. The goddess has taken her throne. The age of Aquarius is the age of the divine feminine. It's the age of realizing who and what we are as goddesses, as creators of this earth, realizing nothing in this world exists outside of us. Our womb is a sacred creation point. Our sexual energy is sacred and is not supposed to be demonized. And yes, we shouldn't be just giving it recklessly to men that are just going to use it for their own benefit, but we should be using our sacred sexual energy for ourselves, for our own embetterment. We don't care about being modest. We've never been modest a day in our lives. We don't care what men think about us. We don't care to be married. We don't care. We don't care to have men in our lives. What we care about is how we feel about ourselves. We're awakening that ancient lineage, those first foremothers, the ones that existed before the creation of man even existed. Those that could have children before men could even be in this world. They didn't need a penis. They could create entirely up to themselves. We've never needed the validation. We've never needed men. We've been lied to. We've been in a prison, in a spell for so long. And the veil is being lifted. And the time is now that, my goddesses, we honor that. Stand up to your truth. Stand up for yourself. Defend other women. Defend children. Protect children. We are the protectors of this realm. They lied to us. They lied to us. We didn't need saving. We never needed saving. We never needed a prince. The power's always been in us, my divine ones. Remember, love you. Peace.